Marhaba and welcome to Lebanese Arabic Phonetics 101. In this video, I will be discussing a golden rule of Arabic pronunciation, the consonant cluster rule. Some teachers only teach this rule later on to advanced students, but I think it is important to understand it early on so that you can get the pronunciation right from the very beginning. This rule is very common and you will see it everywhere in Arabic. The rule says, if a consonant cluster is to be found anywhere, either within one word or when saying two words together, a helping vowel must be added to break up this cluster and make it easier to pronounce. Now, what is a consonant cluster? A consonant cluster is simply 3 or 4 consecutive consonants with no vowels in between. For example, drs or ktb. It's kind of hard to pronounce, right? The vowel that we add is almost always a kasra or I. But there's a few exceptions and I will discuss these later on. First, let's take a consonant cluster of 3 consecutive consonants. It is common to find such clusters at the beginning of words, especially when adding the definite article to a word that already starts with 2 consecutive consonants. Here are some examples. كتاب, معلمة, محطة, دجاج, as well as some common loan words. بريطاني, jeans. Now, let's add the definite article to these words. Side note, in virtually all dialects of spoken Arabic, the alif from the definite article is dropped, so it's just l. After adding the definite article, we get الكتاب, المعلمة, المحطة, الدجاج. The same applies to the loan words. البريطاني, jeans. Careful, jeans is spelled with a J, but in fact it's 2 consonants, D and J. Now, let's put these examples in sentences. هيدي المحطة مسكرة. أنا ما بحب الدجاج. الموسيقى البريطانية حلوة. هيدا الجينز شوي ضيق. Notice, by the way, in this last example, the rule is applied twice. Once with hal jeans, which becomes halid jeans, and another time with jeans shway, which becomes jeans shway. Another common place to find consonant clusters is verbs. Let's take the example verb بيشوف. When conjugating this verb, we get أنا بشوف. No problem in this case. But then, نحن منشوف. It's really hard to say. So, we say منشوف. Same thing goes for أنت. أنت بتشوف. أنت بتشوفي, and so on. Now, as I said, there are some exceptions where the helping vowel isn't exactly a kasra. This happens when there are adjacent emphatic consonants such as sa, da, ta, and za. Let's take the example بيطبخوا. بيطبخوا. The consonant cluster is t, b, kh. However, the sound ta is emphatic, so the vowel isn't exactly a kasra. It's not I nor a damma, but somewhere in between. بيطبخوا. بيطبخوا. So the vowel is still there, but it's very subtle. Finally, let's take examples of consonant clusters with 4 consecutive consonants. This often happens when stringing 2 words together. Let's take the example أنا كتبت كتاب. The helping vowel is added in the middle of the consonant cluster. أنا كتبت كتاب. It is also possible to say أنا كتبت كتاب. So another helping vowel can be added after the ba, but that is a topic for another video. Now let's do some exercises. I will give you a bunch of words with consonant clusters. Pause the video, locate the cluster, and figure out where the helping vowel must be added. 1. أنا ورفيقي. Where's the consonant cluster? That's right. Urf, urf. So, the helping vowel is added after the w. أنا ورفيقي. أنا ورفيقي. Number 2. الأسبوع الماضي. الأسبوع الماضي. That's right. After the عين. الأسبوع الماضي. الأسبوع الماضي. Number 3. شفتوا الفيلم الجديد؟ شفتوا الفيلم الجديد؟ That's right. الجديد. شفتوا الفيلم الجديد. Number 4. ما عرفت الجواب. That's right. After the ta. ما عرفت الجواب. It's also possible to say ما عرفت الجواب. And finally, number 5. أنا بحب الطبيخ. That's right. After the B. أنا بحب الطبيخ. One final note. It is not always imperative to add the helping vowel. Some consonant clusters are easier to say than others. For example, it is also common to hear هالجينز or أنا ورفيقي or even أنا كنت نايم, because it is not really that hard to say these consonant clusters. At the end of the day, this rule was born out of the need to make pronunciation easier, and I hope that by learning it, Arabic pronunciation is now a little bit easier for you.